Whatever. Hey guys, Fast Break Kids here. I'm Jared. This is Michaela. One of my favorite shows of all time has got to be Celebrity Wife Swap.
Same.
It's a spicy show. It's among the pantheon of great shows with Rock of Love, Flavor of Love, all those, which we'll probably be watching at some point. But right now, we are going to be watching Celebrity Wife Swap, Season 1, Episode 2, Gary Busey and Ted Haggard. So just sit back and enjoy the ride with us, please. Do you know who Gary Busey is?
He looks familiar, but no.
Okay.
He's the one with the white hair, right?
Yeah.
The one with the teeth.
And the teeth, yeah. Gary Busey was in some movies, quite a few movies. I don't know how he got popular, because he was never in anything good that I saw.
He was in
Rookie of the Year.
48 Hours with Eddie Murphy.
Okay. Before he was nuts, right? That was before he was bonkers.
Yeah.
He was like a more normal person.
Yeah.
Now he has had a motorcycle crash, and he's like a little nutty. Okay. Hey, Dad, who's Ted Haggard?
Ted Haggard. It sounds familiar, but I'm not sure. If I saw him, I would know.
Okay, Dad, here's Ted Haggard right here. So, who's Ted Haggard?
I have no idea.
I'm Gary Busey. Prepare for the best, prepare for the worst, and expect the unexpected. Expect the unexpected.
What do you think when you say that? When you hear that?
Okay, wait. Before I answer that, his face is sideways.
I know. Part of the charm. What did that make you think? How did that make you feel? Because it made me feel very uncomfortable.
Yeah. He looks like he's 70, but they have a kid that is like 2.
I'm going to tell you something. Gary Busey's son was a fully grown adult man and he was in the movie Starship Troopers, and that movie was from like the year I was born. So...
I'm Stephanie Sampson. I am engaged to Gary Busey, and I am known as the Busey Whisperer.
You know what's good about farting in the sink?
Oh, cut on.
Dude! Come on! Come in with the memes right off the bat! Gary Busey sitting in a sink, Dad, and he says, you know what the great thing about farting in a sink is?
He's also very known for his motorcycle accident in which he had actually crossed over and then came back. So Gary lives with knowledge.
I've been to the other side. I've been out of my body. I've been dead. I was surrounded by golden balls, magenta balls, white balls, moving like this. Mm-hmm. Those are angels.
So he was surrounded by balls. Okay.
No, but his voice sounds like Jim Jones.
You think Gary Busey sounds like Jim Jones?
Yeah.
The rapper?
No, not the rapper.
Ballin', right? Yellow balls, magenta balls, white balls.
But he sounds like Jim Jones.
That's not a good thing. That's not a good thing.
I know.
I'm a hypnotherapist and releasing. I believe in having an open mind. I was raised Jewish. Gary is very Christian, but we're very spiritual. We believe in past lives and reincarnation.
This is all just like the most beautiful menagerie mixed bag I've ever seen. I'm a hypnotherapist. I believe in open minds. I was raised Jewish. Gary's Christian, but we believe in spirituality and we believe in past lives and reincarnation.
I think that's all spirit does, is continue to reincarnate, to continue to learn and learn and learn.
Okay. So, explain this then. Because two sane people, if they continue to learn and learn and learn and learn and learn, how do you end up being Gary Busey and how do you end up being engaged to Gary Busey? Checkmate, reincarnationists.
So we've had 31 past lives together. We're on our 32nd one.
They know exactly which one they're on? Dude, they made it to level 32. That's so far. They have to rock the high score, way past high score. They're killing it. This is crazy.
We were the parents of Constantine.
Yeah, the Emperor of Rome. We've been together many times.
Dude,
Whoa!
did you know that Gary Busey was the father of Constantine, the Emperor of Rome?
What life do you think that was? Like 12, maybe like 14?
It was like level 12. They were boofing around then. They didn't know what they were doing.
Show that couldn't be farther from the truth. It's going to be a fun family ride.
Fun, intimate, fine.
What was that? Dude, what was that?
That was Gary Busey.
No, that couldn't be farther from the truth. It's going to be a fun family ride.
My name is Ted Haggard. I live in Colorado Springs, Colorado. I was president of the National Association of Evangelicals. Then I went through a moral failure and a scandal.
When a male prostitute accused him of paying for sex and crystal meth.
And it'll be interesting for us to find out how we're doing.
Okay, so it became a lot less funny right after that.
Oh, thank you very much.
What was that?
That not a lot of people can understand.
I feel the presence of something coming, like a big black horse.
You mean like a limo?
Also, how sick is that song though, dude? Next time I'm like at the restaurant and they're like, "Here's your bread," and I'm like, "Thank you very much."
We're in Colorado Springs, and I've never been here before. This area is very spiritual. The mountains and the clouds and the colors.
Do you think there's a single place on Earth that she could visit and she would say, "This place isn't so spiritual"? She just goes like Skid Row. There's like homeless guys taking a dump in a box. She's like, "This place is very spiritual."
He'd probably be like, I met this guy in my 20th life.
Yeah. This is probably one of Gary Busey's siblings.
Oh, wow. This is Gary Busey's home. Wow.
She just looks at the camera. She's like, "Can we stop this right now? Is it too late to get out of this right now?"
She did not seem excited about that at
How
all.
could you be? Everyone knows who Gary Busey is.
Oh.
Her husband cheated on her with a gay man prostitute and bartered for meth and sexual whatevers, and she's more afraid of Gary Busey. She stayed with that guy. She's afraid of Gary
She
Busey.
literally goes, "Oh, it's Gary Busey's home."
Shoot. The guy's been rolled in forever.
A scandal rocked our world 5 years ago. It tore us away from everything we knew, but the one thing it did not do is rip our family apart.
I mean, I'm sure at the time it ripped their family apart, to be fair. That's not the kind of thing that you're just like, all right. Okay!
We'll recover from it.
Yeah.
It
You
happens.
did what?
It
You
is
goof?
what it is.
You big goof. You big goof. Did you do it again? With the meth and the
Exactly.
male prostitute? Doggone it. Alright, get in here. Get in the hot tub. Come on.
Gary doesn't live by clocks and takes a very creative, spiritual, and childlike approach to life.
Loose translation, Gary is the most obnoxious and intolerable human being.
Yeah.
Doesn't live by clocks. You know that means that at like 2 a.m. in the morning, he could very well just be like,
He could set off the car alarm.
Gary, you... He's like 2 a.m. and he's like, "Hey, thank you very much." She's like, "Yeah!"
I'm Stephanie Sampson,
Okay.
and my husband is Gary.
Oh.
Did they know each other in a past life, dude?
That's his mom in a past life.
Went through a scandal. Very embarrassing, heart-wrenching. I just wanted to die.
I know he's telling his story, and he's probably told it 100,000 times. You hear some people say the same thing when they walk out of the bathroom and there's like toilet paper stuck to the bottom of their shoe, and they walk into like a wedding, and then people are like, and they're like telling a story, and they're like, "Oh, I wanted to die." This like evangelical pastor gets caught like exchanging money with a male prostitute and buying meth, and he's like, "I just wanted to die." So embarrassing, right?
I have a book I'm writing called Buseyisms, where I take the letters to spell a word and create a definition for the word. Do you know what OK stands for?
Okay, what's okay?
Only kidding.
What is that?
Got him!
More than likely, you've had more than one lifetime with Ted.
Hey, I'm open to find out when that day comes.
Just find out right now today is true. Past life journeys are true. You've been here before. I've been American Indian several times. I fought at the Alamo. One of my recent lifetimes, I was burned at the stake as a female witch.
You know, hold up. Can I actually take a second? I need to update Gary Busey's Wikipedia profile real quick. Did you know this?
While he's talking, she's looking at him like, what am I doing here? She's like scared for her life. She's not going to sleep at all.
That is the exact face that people make when there's like a homeless person in front of them taking a dump. It is. They're trying to help somebody, and then the guy's just like, give me a sec. And he just like, flomp, and just like takes a dump in a cardboard box, and you're just like...
Do you have any questions for me?
Yeah.
Okay.
What athletic sports did you play when you were young?
I did barrel racing.
Yay!
Barrel racing! Yay! Let's go!
And for Stephanie, that means leading a women's Bible study group in the family barn.
My nerves started kicking in just a little bit as I started seeing all the women coming in, and then more women, and then more women.
This is Stephanie. This is Gary Busey's. You're engaged to be married.
We are married in spirit.
I'm confused with these women. They all like come to Bible study one night, and they're just like,
they
ready for like
Gail?
a cup of coffee, and like, where's Gail? Actually, this is Gary Busey's fiance.
Your love for one another will prove to the world that you are my disciples.
You don't have to be like, you don't even have to be like a Christian or anything to know how to read the word disciples. Welcome back to Death Jam Comedy Tour, starring Gary Busey's fiance Stephanie. So last week I was walking down the street and somebody says, "What's up with your disciples?" And I was like, "What do you mean?"
Back in Los Angeles, in order to broaden Gail's spiritual mind, Gary has planned a surprise.
I have a friend. He's a full-blood Lakota Sioux Indian. Gail, this is Robert Primo.
Hi.
This is Gail.
Nice to meet you.
See the lost soul, huh?
Dude walks up in full native gear
Calls her a
and
lost.
starts just like calling shots. He's like, "You're lost, dude." Gary Busey is his one social connection in this situation, and he walks in and starts calling shots.
I don't think that Gary was able to achieve his goal. I didn't embrace the faith that he and Indian Bob expressed.
He's one of the kooky regulars, like at the local supermarket. Everyone, like, the new people are like, "What's going on with that guy in the full native garb?" That's just Indian Bob. Sometimes me and Indian Bob will just go out and like hit mailboxes with a baseball bat, you know, stuff like that.
Here we go. Here we go. Gary is very playful with Luke, and he kind of goes into his fun little language that he shares with Luke.
He's kind of like a rescue dog. That like I wouldn't let a rescue dog just like hang out with a baby if I just brought it home. Like, I'm genuinely afraid that he'd be all yakaka, woo, just like yeet the baby into a pond or something. You know what I mean? Just like because he's like, it's a name balls, baby.
The couples will meet to discuss their experiences before they return home.
It's very nice.
There's the lovely lady.
Oh my God.
There's my handsome prince.
Oh shoot! I was not trying to see that.
Gary!
Did you just... I know! Gary! Gary! Not in front of the cameras, Gary! He like attacked her face.
When I walked into the house, I noticed how much the scandal has affected your children.
Oh, right.
I realized instantly it was just about helping the children deal with all of the criticism of their parents and all the ridicule that they must have gone through and all the confusion that they...
Well, I appreciate the fact that you saw that.
She said she appreciated that Stephanie saw that, but wouldn't she want to have done a good job at like making sure kids were okay where nobody noticed that?
I think it's just funny that she walked in and she was presumptuous enough to be like, "Yes, I know. I see what's wrong with you now." This like the most tacky show on television ever, and she's like, "I see your struggle." Like, these kids are like, "You don't know anything. You don't know what we've been through, you crazy lady."
You literally married Gary Busey.
I know. You married Gary Busey! What are you talking about? You have zero credibility! When you are engaged to Gary Busey and have a child with him, you have lost all credibility. She could literally walk in and deliver a dissertation on something that would blow the balls off of 1,000 of the world's most brilliant minds, and I'd be like, wait, but you're still engaged to Gary Busey, so you must be an idiot.
Ted was not sure he could go back and hold his head up.
What brought you back to Colorado Springs?
One day, God spoke to him when he was going to sell insurance while he was driving.
Nothing.
Insurance.
Like, she didn't even get to the deep part yet.
Yeah,
It's like, oh, yeah.
She's like, so, like, we boarded the plane to head there. Oh, yeah.
And no one has the authority to negate that. Then he said,
Oh, yeah.
when I called you to Colorado Springs, and your sin does not have the authority to negate that.
Dude, he's killing. He's like in the zone now. He's like, I got one hooked. I'm about to deliver a sermon on this guy. And Gary is just like, he's just like feeling it, dude. And he's just like, tell me about it, baby. Tell me about it. Jesus was resurrected in Jerusalem. Let me hear it. Let me hear you say it. Oh, ho, ho.
The power of the resurrection of Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Easter is in you.
Yes.
And that's how all of us resurrect when something disappointing happens.
Yeah, and I don't know where the bunnies and the eggs came from.
No.
Wow.
and then like Ted just like doesn't even bite, doesn't even nibble on Gary's joke. He's just like,
Welcome home.
Luke.
What's your way here? I have something very special to show you.
Oh, what have you got? A flower for Mommy?
That was it? The baby?
she gave birth to him. What do you mean I got a surprise for you? He's alive. Aren't you surprised?
Yeah.
Thoughts?
Gary Busey's funny.
He's not.
But no, he's
not
funny in like a creepy, please go to a mental hospital soon type of way. Like,
get him away from that child as soon as possible, please.
Yeah.
So, guys, thank you for watching. We wanted, some of these things we were just taking the bullet for you so you can see the best parts, and we hope that you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy the video, feel free to subscribe, like, comment. We want to hear all your thoughts about Gary Busey and Ted Haggard. This is Fast Break Kids. We'll catch you next time. Keep it clean, keep it fresh, keep it fun.
Yeet! 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 Yeet!
Oh gosh, what a nightmare.